Got a quick question for you about a sister-in-law of mine. Before I get to that, though, just wanted to real quick say it's an enormous pleasure to see your success unfold from the sidelines. You know, it seems very well deserved. Good job, man. It's awesome to see.
I appreciate it.
Anyway, my life's a bit of a shit show in 2024. Getting divorced, wife cheated on me with my best friend, kind of shit. Can't really get into it. It's all up in the courts and shit.
Oh my God, in the courts.
Around the time it became public, within like my family that we're getting divorced, my sister-in-law, she started showing up, being like a real support and a friend. So like we've developed a bit of this friendship. You know, one time we were drinking, got a bit hammered. She confessed to me about some problems she's had in her marriage.
Oh, she's married.
She's married too. The fuck,
yeah, she's married.
And this is his ex's sister,
I think.
No.
Just wait.
Okay. Oh no.
You know, we commiserated, and it happened a few more times. Eventually, she kind of confessed her feelings for me to me.
Brother.
I'm not gonna say I have like no moral culpability here. I did,
thank you.
in one way or another, tell her that, you know, under different circumstances, this is something that would maybe be interesting to me. I'm being very generous to myself in how I'm relating.
Yeah,
this.
no shit.
But anyway, I guess the question is, what is like my moral responsibility to my brother here?
His brother.
I could give him a heads up, like, hey.
Your fucking brother, dude? I thought this was his ex's sister, which is like, I was about to be like, hey, man, it ain't the cleanest thing, but this would be pretty funny. No. You almost get a pass to fuck your ex who cheated. You're going to do a worse thing. This isn't even your best friend. This is your fucking brother, you fucking piece of shit.
You got to pitch down his voice so he can't get traced. You got to go into witness protection.
We need him to get traced.
Oh, my God. I guess let's finish this, but Jesus Christ.
The way I see it, I could give him a heads up, like, hey, your wife's kind of, behaving this way, and definitely blow up their marriage, or I could just kind of sit on the sidelines and maybe things work out.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You know, if I'm not
good fucking God,
too receptive to the things that she says to me, I don't know, man.
If you're not too receptive,
it's a fucking bullshit situation.
It's not.
But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Thanks, man. Again, really pleased to see
really nice.
That you're enjoying.
I know what you're doing.
All right.
It's become clear what he's doing.
Hey, man.
Buttered me up and then ended with a compliment because I was about to fucking blow his ass up.
Yeah.
And listen, as pleased as you are at my success, you're a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
You cannot behave this way. It's your fucking brother's wife?
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
If any of you even thought of betraying my brother in this way...
Well, I don't know him, but it depends how hot his wife is, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to cuck your brother, but if his wife was really hot and she tried to fuck me, I can't promise I wouldn't.
I just can't. Can I use the same math I was using earlier about hundreds of millions of people living in a city?
Yes, you can.
There are hundreds of millions, if not billions of trillions of people. And your brother's wife doesn't count as hundreds of millions of people in the world that you can have sex with.
You're out of your fucking mind. And I also,
Is nothing sacred?
I love it too because she's like, all right, is it time to flip on this bitch and rat her out to my brother? That's how he's looking at it. It's not like, should I be a good fucking person? Stop. First of all, you can't speak to this woman ever again. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah,
also,
you just got to cut it off.
Also, she's complaining to you about her marriage.
Who's your brother?
It's your brother?
Yeah.
Someone's talking shit. I mean, unless your brother's a piece of shit, you have a really bad relationship. But that doesn't really feel... Here's what it feels like. You're a weak man.
Yeah.
You're a weak little fucking slug of a man who, yes, your life got fucked up, and I'll give you that. I can see why the initial conversation, you were like hurt, your wife completely fucked you over, and you're at a very low point, right? I am even willing to give you one mulligan for not even immediately cutting it off, right? Not immediately being like, I'm willing to give you the fact that you're sad, it kind of But you knew what was going. Like, we all have been in these situations where it's somebody you really shouldn't, and there's a little, that sprinkles a little something to it. So you're like, well, we're just friends. We're going out to lunch. It's not a big deal. And you can feel it when you're in that snowball, especially someone that doesn't get pussy. When you feel it happening, you're like, wait, something's off here. And then you, who you said it yourself, you're being a little generous when you're like, oh, in a different circumstance, maybe that's not what he said. He was like, if you were my brother's wife, I'd fuck you right here. Like, you probably said that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta stop this, bro. And yes, you have to look within yourself to how you will get absolution for your sins.
Right.
I mean, this is fucking crazy.
I'm confused as to how they're spending so much time together alone. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
they get in a fight, and then she's like, I'm going to go hang with your brother all night.
That is true.
Like, what's going
Well,
on?
your brother's probably like, well, that's my brother. There's no way anything could possibly be going on.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but at the same time, that is a missing piece here. I know there's no way it could possibly go on, but it's like, even if I was having a really hard time,
right,
and one of my sister-in-laws like took me out to lunch and we talked it over, right?
Right.
That'd be normal. If we had lunch every day,
Right.
That'd be fucking weird. And even if it's like, even if there is nothing, even if you don't suspect anything like this level, it would be weird to see your sister-in-law this much absent. Now, it'd be different if they're coming over as a couple and it's like your family is coming to support you, but like something is off in general.
He's not saying he's planning on, he's not asking, should I act on this, right? He's just saying, what do I do? But at the same time, it's like, even asking that question, it's like,
I know
what
he's not.
you do is like, stop talking to her.
Of course.
Just back away.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, completely stop talking to her.
It does sound like theoretically he has like no plans of like following through and fucking her.
Right.
But even just, I mean,
he's also being very weirdly particular about the way he's saying things. So
he's giving himself the option.
They could have done something and he didn't.
I don't think he's done anything yet.
You don't think so?
But I know that right now in this moment in time, he's like, well, obviously I'm not going to fuck. But there was probably a moment in time where he was like, well, obviously I'd never tell her I have any feelings for her. That's weird. Like, this is the classic escalation thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came to us before anything crazy has happened, but...
Yeah, it's like, he's like, should I not tell my brother and then just continue going on as it is? And he's like staring at her tits when she's getting like potato salad at the fucking cookout or something.
Well, they're already in a this is like an emotional affair situation.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
They have already crossed a line. It's not a physical line, but this is incredibly fucked up already. So yes, absolutely get out of here. Why? What is your relationship with your brother? Why are you closer to your sister-in-law?
Do you think he should tell his brother? I think
you should go ahead.
I don't say another goddamn word for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Put your hands up, back away slowly, join a convent. Can guys do
You can't
that?
say you can't clue your brother into this. Like, there's nothing you can do.
It's a mess.
You just have to let that play out.
And even
your dreams are going to be fucking crazy for the rest of your life. I'll tell you that.
And even if, I mean, you're right. He really can't say shit because like then his brother's like, well, how do you know? Right. He's like, well, I've been kind of fucking chatting with her. I've been talking to her for 2 hours a day on the phone. But like, I do feel like there is a possibility that this relationship is fucked up. Like, we don't know. Is the brother cheating on her? Like, how fucked up is he? But even still... Yeah. That is not this is your fucking brother's wife, brother. Hey, you're so right. Put your fucking gun down and just walk out. Surrender yourself. Put your hands behind your back and fucking lay on the pavement.
Your badge and your gun.
Yeah. And don't you dare think about following up on this investigation without authority. So this is fucked up. You got to get out of here. And like, I am wondering, why aren't you close to your, like, have you talked to your brother? What is your relationship with your fucking brother?
Yeah.
Have you guys talked at all? Like, what's going on here? I'm really, really fucking confused. So, yeah, don't do this. Get the fuck out of it. Stop talking to her. And maybe just talk to your brother about his marriage in general terms if you want to. But even still, I would say just get the fuck out.
Yeah, just back away.
Well, it's like if his brother and her break up, then he doesn't get to have her in his life because now he has proximity to her because of his brother. You know,
she's got to be out of his life in any way, shape, or form. You
She's
can't
just not
continue this. This
not
is
someone you can
my
ever
brother.
be with.
If anyone disrespected my brother in this way,
But it would be you.
It would
in this
be
scenario.
you.
no, but I'm just like the thought of like my brother being betrayed in any way
Of
brings me
course.
to tears.
yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Imagine if you betrayed him.
I could never.
That's
I
what.
think you could.
Never.
If I don't know, if you were
Never
sitting
in
on
my
some
life.
really good clown costumes you didn't want you to have.
We're talking the most crisp Bozo himself.
Well, we talked about Jesus' sacrifice when he pushed the rock away or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jesus would sacrifice the clown suits.
Wow.
That's how much I love my fucking brother.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's incredible.
That's beautiful. Maybe we'll convert you yet. That's what this whole podcast is about. Is
Could be
bringing you
open
over to
to
the
it.
light of the Lord. All right. Well, yeah, that's fucking crazy. And
Set a boundary. Say we can't talk.
get
about
her the
this.
fuck out of your life.
Get her out of your life.
Be like, this is fucking weird. And you know what? I would even say, like, be prepared to cut a woman who's behaving like that off. Be prepared for things to get messy. You might want to talk to your brother to get in front of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Call the cops on her because adultery is illegal.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the Lord
okay,
as well.
couldn't you see something like this happening? Him being like, we can't talk anymore. And her going to her husband and being like,
Your
your brother's
brother-
been trying to fuck me for
I
months.
mean, it depends on how how
Well,
off
he
her rocker
deserves
she
that,
is.
by the way.
Because the real answer here is the actual good person fess up to what you've done answer is stop this immediately. Tell your brother. Be like, dude, I don't know how the fuck this happened. I was fucking sad because of all this shit. I never did nothing, but she's, and be honest.
That whore was throwing herself at me.
Don't absolve yourself of guilt, but that is the actual right thing to do. Is it the cleanest thing in the world? No, but that's probably how you should. Like, it's hard for me to even fathom this because this is so. I would never even get close to this.
This is a brother podcast, okay?
This
With the
is.
sanctity of brotherhood.
We actually really love brotherhood on this podcast for sure. Absolutely.
Another option is like down the line, she cheats on her brother with someone else, and then the brother's like, "Oh, I can't believe it! How could this happen?" And if he didn't come clean in the past, even though he wouldn't like really need to, even if he didn't do anything, you would still feel a sense of like guilt, or you would be withholding some crucial detail in the downfall of their relationship or something that would feel really bad.
And it's not even like the betrayal that would feel as bad. It's like however much time you're still sinking into a relationship that isn't worth it is like the worst part.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like if you're this close to your brother's wife at this point, and at the same time you're in courts with your ex-wife who cheated on you with your best friend, like
yeah.
There's nothing
that's
sacred
crazy.
to you.
It's great. Yeah, and it's like, who are you attracting? And like a huge missing piece though is the brother and what's
Yes.
going on here.
Yeah,
because if they're just a total train wreck, maybe forget about what I said and just back away. But if he's a good guy that you're scared, basically is going to have the exact same. It's like you just went through this.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Thanks for being a fan, though. And thank you for
Seriously, buy tickets for the
buy
Dreamboat
tickets.
tour.
Yeah.
Hey, Stav. Way to go on the success, man.
Thanks, man.
Really proud of you.
Anyway, I'm doing something horrific.